Hello and welcome back to Montreal by Night. I think we left off at the outsider the other time. Let's Some pacts and covenants refuse to be classified or aligned. These Sabbats stand outside the city's polarized politics, and perhaps they are more aware than most of the dangers that threaten the city. Danovich Circus. Outside, the circus gathering moved silently along the rain-swept boulevard. The procession moved on. The shouting is over. The fabulous freaks are leaving town. Dead can dance. The carnival is over. Danovich Circus was founded in 1826 by mtlByNight. It was one of the Sabbath's most potent weapons against the masquerade in Europe during the 19th century. Danovich Circus was a collection of some of the most deranged, psychotic, exotic, and deviant vampires that the sect had to offer. The circus traveled across the continent, setting up on the outskirts of cities and towns, while Bratovich children handed out flyers and announced their arrival. Sorry about that. Audiences were treated to a show they would never forget, as Danovich and his menagerie tormented and ultimately shattered their sanity through a number of dark and perverse spectacles. The insane mob was then released into the local city as the circus packed its bags and disappeared into the night. In 1856, a camera logistica who had been tracking the circus for some time ambushed it and destroyed every member save Danovich. The circus master fled to Montreal, where he turned his attention to conducting experiments for 60 years, until he decided to reform the circus in 1933. Since then, the circus has terrorized Camarilla cities in New England and Canada. Forming a fairly close nomadic pack, all circus members respect each other as artists. Danovich is the pack's priest and leader and gives his followers the freedom they need to pursue their art form. The circus is presently looking for new members. Lever, a Tremere anti-tribu fortune teller, and Goliath, a bourgeois anti-tribu strongman, both disappeared in the past year. Unknown to all, Midget, a circus member, is responsible for their disappearance. There were made sacrifices to Midget's infernal master, Pierre Belmar. The circus traveled across North America during the summer months, setting up shows for unsuspecting Camarilla and mortal audiences, as well as the Sabbath. While on the road, circus members are protected by a dozen Bratovich revenants, each of whom is promised a virgin wife for each show. During the winter month, The circus uses La Ronde, Montreal's abandoned amusement park, as its lair. Yanovich stand is the circus' largest and is made from patches of painted human leather. Inside, red candles barely illuminate numerous tables and tools of torture. The walls are lined with shelves stocked with glass jar that contains Zarnovich's failed experiment, the fetuses, newborn babies, human limbs, and body parts that he uses for his creation. The other location of interest is the lair of Tears the Clown. Okay, it's a house of mirror that's designed to mimic its inhabitant passion for emotion. Oh boy, that's gonna be a long one. Massey Janovich, the angel of cruelty background. Sorry. He was born in Poland and was interested in medicine from an early age, especially in its potential to overcome death. In school, he quickly discovered how crude contemporary medicine was. He started conducting his own experiments in order to prove his theories, that he was eventually jailed for the number of one of his patients. When he was released, Janovich set up shop as a street physician, which is how he met his sire. The Empress opened Janovich's eyes to the world and granted him a new understanding of death. Janovich established his circus and traveling show, allowing him to conduct experiments and weaken the masquerade. Being an outsider all his life, he attracted other outcasts to his side. Janovich has been conducting experiments on children and the elderly for the last 30 years. The thousands of chains, saws, and delirious screaming can be heard from his tent as he grafts limbs on objects onto his victim's body, even going so far as to create Siamese twins by accident. No, by sewing them. By sewing children and animals together. Janovich used vicissitude to mask stitches and make those creations his newest attraction. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that tonight.